You don't lack discipline, you lack proof. Because if motivation actually worked, you wouldn't still be waiting for it. Everyone says the same thing. I'll start when I feel ready. I just need more motivation. I know what to do, I just don't do it. That's not laziness. That's a brain doing exactly what it was trained to do. Let me explain. Your brain doesn't change through advice. It doesn't change through quotes. It doesn't even change through understanding. It changes through evidence. And there's a concept from Japan that explains this perfectly. It's called Misogi. Traditionally, it involved extreme cold water, shock, discomfort, total presence. But forget the ritual. Psychologically, Misogi means this: one voluntary act of extreme discomfort that permanently raises your internal standard. Not habits, not routines, not small steps. One hard decision that draws a line between before and after. Here's why that matters. Your brain runs on dopamine. But dopamine isn't pleasure, it's anticipation. It's what makes you move towards something. Right now, most people have trained their dopamine system backwards. Scroll first, feel good first, avoid discomfort first. That's why starting is harder than finishing. Effort gets delayed or skipped entirely. So when something feels hard, your brain reads that as danger. Misogi breaks that pattern. There is no reward up front. No motivation boost, no excitement, just resistance, cold, fear, pressure. Your breath tightens, your mind negotiates. Every instinct says, stop. And this is the critical moment. If you quit here, your brain learns one rule: discomfort equals escape. But if you stay, something else happens. The discomfort peaks, then stabilizes, then fades. And only after the effort, dopamine releases, not as pleasure, as confidence. Your brain updates its model of who you are. It learns a new rule. Effort comes first, reward comes later, and I can survive the middle. That single update rewires discipline, because discipline isn't forcing yourself. It's what happens when your brain no longer panics under pressure. This is why motivation doesn't come first. Motivation is a reaction. It comes after proof. And Misogi creates proof fast. One experience where you didn't rely on feelings. One moment where you acted without certainty. One memory your brain can't erase. I didn't want to do it, I did it anyway, and nothing broke. That's called self-efficacy. And self-efficacy is stronger than motivation. Motivation fluctuates, confidence compounds. Once your brain has evidence that you can handle discomfort, procrastination loses leverage. Because procrastination isn't about time management, it's about threat avoidance. Misogi teaches your nervous system something critical. Hard does not mean dangerous. That's why people who've done one real Misogi don't talk about discipline the same way. They stop asking, how do I motivate myself? They start assuming action, not aggressively, not emotionally, quietly, because identity has shifted. Before, you were someone who needed the right mood. After, you're someone who moves even without it. That's the real transformation. Not productivity, not confidence, but trust in yourself under stress. So here's the real question. Not am I disciplined, but this. When was the last time you chose discomfort on purpose? Not to punish yourself, but to prove something to your brain. Because the version of you on the other side of that decision doesn't wait for motivation. They already know what they're capable of. And that's when progress finally feels possible. And here's the part most people miss. Misogi works once. But if you don't understand what happens after, the discipline fades. In the next video, I'll explain why most people fall back into old patterns, even after a breakthrough, and how to lock the change in permanently. That's where everything actually changes.